Hello again everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. We are back here in the Winter Palace, and I just had an alarming thing happen when I actually just loaded in here. I had some very dramatic music happen, and then some black cloud just popped up from behind this building and flew off into the air. I don't know what that was about, but I don't know whether that's the thing that just happens. Hang on. I just want to see if I can actually have this happen again. If I load in again, I just want to see if it happens again. Yep. Okay, so the dramatic music happened, but there was no cloud this time. That's an odd occurrence, to say the least. Very, very odd occurrence. Right, so like I said, we tried to get this potion bottle that sat up here in the last episode, and I don't think we can. It might be possible. I think it requires quite a well-timed jump. And I'm not gonna lie, platforming in Dragon Age games is just absolutely bizarre to me. I just don't think it's a thing that should be a thing. We had some nice times the last episode, though, you know, with Iron Bull and Josephine. It was all very amusing. So yeah, the only way we could potentially get there is from here, but we'd have to get as. See, so we're here now. This is as close as we can get to it, really. Like, let's be honest, we're not going to be able to get any closer than that. And the closest we can jump from is here, and we'd have to still get a pretty good jump. Like, is it actually possible? Oh, it is possible, but you. Oh, okay. Right, I'm gonna give that another go. Still, it's gonna require real precision. Oh god, she's singing about Sarah. Oh no, you know what? The Scout Harding song was very endearing and enjoyable. Once you start singing about Sarah, it just starts getting a bit weird. Are they singing Blackwall? Oh, are they just now singing about the General Inquisition? That's fine. Okay. Oh god damn it! Wait. Okay, we go. Right. We just about saved that, but now we really need to sort of nail this. And I don't know if we're going to be able to. That was awful. That was dreadful. I'm really sorry about this, guys. Honestly. I'm gonna give this like a couple more attempts. If I don't get anywhere, we will just move on to the other side of the plaza, because there is probably a ton of stuff over there which we can pick up as well. No doubt more expensive dog treats as well. That always seems to be a thing. So if we jump down here, like so, then we get a running start. Oh, you see, you have to time the jump. If you have to do it right at the edge. If you try and leave it too late, you just flop off. If you run out of sort of space before you jump, you just fall. You can't jump while you're falling. Unsurprisingly, because you need to, you know, use your legs to propel yourself off the ground. And if there's no ground, there's nothing to propel yourself off. But I'm still annoyed about the situation. I don't care how like logical it is, to be honest. But right. Right, okay. We're on here. Now we just need to shimmy over here. We have this solid plank. Imagine if people could see the Inquisitor right now. They'd honestly be looking, just going, what on earth is he doing? If I won't fall through here, will I? Bottled cologne. How did it end up here? How did it end up here? That was honestly one of the most obtuse bits of platforming I think I've done in such a long time. Genuinely, such a long time. It doesn't get more obtuse than that. It really doesn't. It was just... Okay. We will just move on. We'll go to the other side of the plaza and see what we can find here. Good day, everybody. What the hell is happening here? Oh, it's Cullen playing with a dog! Oh, it's a lovely Mabari.
Yeah, you're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
Is he trying to train a warhound midway through the...
You found a dog. They don't breed Mabari in Olay. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
That's awful.
Poor boy. Well, he seems happy now. Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace. I couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
You think? You should show him Ferelden.
You could take him to Ferelden sometime. He should know where he came from.
I did promise my sister a visit. She might try to spoil you. Remember who you report to.
Report to. He can't get that military training out of his head, can he?
The Inquisition will change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean. Whatever happens, our people, you, Liliana, Josephine, will have my support in whatever form you require.
Will it include dog training? Glad to hear it.
I can't imagine the Inquisition without you.
I am honored, and likewise, Inquisitor. You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find overpriced Orlesian dog treats before we go.
We've got loads of them! Is that why we were picking them up, to feed Cullen's dog? Oh my god, we actually can. There you go. Constitution. 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 Oh, so worth it. So worth it.
Be careful, Inquisitor. We have a ways to go yet.
Well, definitely could not imagine the Inquisition without Cullen. While the gazebo is available for festive occasions, deposits are non-refundable in cases of flood, fire, or imperial whim. Book accordingly. That imperial whim is an absolute killer, I'm telling you, honestly. Did we check this side of the Watchamajig? I'm not sure we did we? There's a door here, which is barred. Okay, that's fine. Why is it barred? Who honestly knows? We have another new thing here. Is this another dog treat? It's another dog treat. Fantastic. We can get even more Constitution. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 10. Don and Brennakovich had been pursuing the killer of Magistrate Dunwall without food or rest, and so far all they had was the seal of an imaginary group, a wounded arm, and a package that contained a rusted Tevinter shortsword. He was past exhaustion, and every breath made his head throb like he'd had too much to drink. He was getting too old for this shit. He couldn't go to the barracks with a knife wound he picked up off duty. If the captain caught him, and she would, he'd be thrown out of the guard for sure. That left one option. The Chantry Clinic turned no one away, but it usually didn't have to. The presence of 3 circle healers was more than enough to frighten most decent folk into deciding to wait and see if they got better on their own. Aside from a few drunken beggars snoring in the beds, the clinic was quiet. The healer didn't ask his name and tended the wound with only a disapproving frown. In a few breaths, his arm was as good as ever. Pity magic wouldn't mend his coat sleeve. As he walked through the nave toward the exit, he heard a voice. "Guardsman, I was just about to look for you." The deep black gown she wore only made her eyes more otherworldly. A scent like lilacs filled the air around her. She may have been dressed in mourning garb, but she was dressed to kill. Donham bowed. "Lady Marielle, we should talk. I may have a lead for you." Varric's a very good writer. I fully respect Varric. He certainly gets the intrigue going, doesn't he? He's very good at building up that suspense. All right, let's go and plonk this other dog treat into Cullen's basket.
Oh, yes.
Bonk. I was gonna say it didn't actually give me a Constitution bonus for that. I was gonna be very offended. What's over here? Anything at all? I need to be very thorough because there's obviously gonna be loads of stuff that's just hidden around this place. Here's another one, I'm guessing. Yep, there's another one. Thank you. I'll have that. Harden Hightown Chapter 11. The cafe door perched atop a hill in the Orlesian district of Hightown, with a view of the entire city so the wealthy patrons could keep an eye on the peasants toiling below. Lady Marielle studied the room across the rim of her cup. A few nobles sat at the delicate little tables, sipping tea from Ravane and whispering among themselves about the latest manoeuvres in the grand game 1,000 leagues away. "What's this lead you have for me?" Donnan broke the silence. Acutely aware that he stank of sweat and fish from the docks and was wearing a ripped blood-stained coat in the most high-class cafe in Kirkwall. "We're being followed, guardsman." The lady's voice was low. From her tone, she might have been discussing the weather. The two gentlemen in the corner by the door. Donnan picked up his teacup and gestured with it as if making a point while he turned slightly in his chair to look. The men were finely dressed but almost as out of place as he was. A large, sickly pale Ander with a face full of scars and a tattooed chasen with a stone dagger at his belt. "A chasen and a doublet, that's one for the history books," Donnan murmured. Lady Marielle favoured him with a half-smile. "Last night a man came by the estate. He said he wanted to buy Seamus' collection, all of it." Donnan sat up straight to the swords. "He said his name was Wagner." She sipped delicately at her tea. "He gave me an address in Lowtown in case I changed my mind. Those two have been shadowing me ever since." And we kind of know how that developed. I imagine if we read all the story in, you know, the actual correct order in one go, it would be a lot better, but, you know. Why would you want to do that? This is another random piece of crap. A silver ring. Okay. And there's another thing here. This is the baths. This is a broken mask. Pieces of broken mask found inside a velvet bag. What's left of the mask is covered in green jewels and eagle feathers. A scrap of paper inside the bag reads simply, "Try again." Odd. That thing's massive. How do you misplace that? That's huge. It's ginormous. Holy hell. Right, let's not talk to the ambassadors as of yet. We want to... Oh, Altegan. What a guy. Let's have a good look around first. Do not want to miss anything before we advance the story too far. I can't see this DLC not having some form of combat. Something's gonna go wrong somewhere. Harden Hightown Chapter 18. The rain stopped with a suddenness that suggested some enterprising footpad from the coterie had climbed up to shank the clouds. The fog drifted off to haunt a better part of the wounded coast, and as Donnan reached the Chantry courtyard, the clouds parted to let a sliver of moonlight shine on the rain-swept flagstones. He stopped to catch his breath and tighten the torn-off coat sleeve he'd used as a bandage. The bleeding was slowing, which meant either the wound in his side wasn't that deep, or he was running out of blood to lose. Trying not to dwell on the latter, he pushed open the Chantry doors. At this make-a-forsaken hour, the Chantry was lit only by the eternal flame at Andraste's feet. A single soul occupied the space, lighting a candle for the dead. She rose as Donnan staggered into the firelight. Guardsman, Lady Marielle rushed to help him into one of the pews. "Might want to wake up one of the healers," he managed a pained smile. "I wasn't sure you'd be here." "Neither was I. Your message was a little vague." Marielle tried to examine his makeshift bandage, but Donnan waved her away. He pointed toward the golden statue of Andraste. "I had a friend deliver something for you under the altar." Marielle cast him a skeptical look, but she climbed the dice and returned with a small oilcloth bundle. She picked apart the wrappings knot and peered down at the rusty blade inside. Specks of dry blood still clinging to the pitted guard. "The sword of Asarian," she breathed, almost a prayer. "You can get it to the Divine?" Donnan asked. She wiped at her eyes. "I'll take it to him myself. What do you want in return?" Donnan struggled to his feet. "Just put in a good word for me with the Maker, your ladyship. You never know when I might need it." And he walked away, leaving her standing in the firelight with history in her hands. Oh, that's really symbolic. I like that. Who stuck a board in a plant pot? What kind of louts are we dealing with here? Seriously, this so uncivilized. It's a very oddly placed monocle thing, binocular. Right, anyway. Ah, lovely. Vivienne is there, but there's a massive thing to read here. Hardened Hightown, chapter 50. The nobles of Hightown like to imagine that petty crime can only happen in the dank shadows of Darktown, or maybe the crooked alleyways of Lowtown between the alienage and the poorest neighbourhoods. Their lofty, ivy-walled avenues could never be the site of something as crude as a mugging or a simple assault. Donnan didn't have much trouble finding an out-of-the-way alcove near the Chantry to wait for the scarred Ander and the tattooed Chasen to catch up with him. The Ander came at him first, dropping down from the balcony above his head. While Donnan tried to back out of his reach, the Chasen loomed behind him, clamping an enormous vice-like hand on his shoulder. The Ander's follow-up punch just below his ribs knocked the air from his lungs. As the Chasen lifted him up by his coat, Donnan got back enough of his breath to say, "You work for Wagner, I need to give him a message." This earned him a sceptical look from the Ander, but the Chasen set his feet back on the ground. "Tell him I have his sword. He can meet me in the quays at midnight to settle on the price." For a long, nervous moment, Donnan watched a variety of expressions pass over the Ander's scarred, greyish face before the man nodded. Another long moment, and both Ander and Chasen walked away, leaving him alone in the alcove. With the sun just setting, there was only one place left that Donnan needed to go. The tavern in the centre of Lowtown sat in its own tiny moat of spilled ale, vomit, and the seawater the owner flung at the walls in a half-hearted attempt to scour the seagull crap from the building. Wow. Donnan, like nearly every guardsman who drank at the Hanged Man... Oh, the Hanged Man! I remember that. Walked through the door to a frantic chorus of "Put it away, hurry." He tried not to smile and completely succeeded when the brooding, white-haired, elven bartender greeted him with a murderous glower. "Guardsman." Donnan placed a handful of copper coins on the bar. "Keep the ale coming, Ferris. I've got some time to kill."
Darling, you made it. Excellent. I scheduled this appointment ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
Yeah, what
Garden
appointment is
Spa,
this?
Of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
Why, thank you. That's very kind of you, Vivienne. Sounds like fun.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Of course it is, darling. That's the only kind I have.
Settle down. Oh my god, we get the spa treatment. Is that cheese? Yeah.
It pains me that you even have to ask. You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Oh my god, this is so... Sarah, what are you doing?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. Is everything all right between you and our divine Victoria?
Things are good.
Things are excellent. Thank you for asking.
It's such a comfort to hear that at least one facet of your life hasn't fallen apart due to incompetence.
Oh dear. What have you been up to?
You must be keeping very busy.
The Circle needs more supervision than a toddler. It may master using the privy on its own any day now. Don't you feel better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor. They have other
What did
appointments,
happen? Like, I know Sarah was running around, but I've no idea what she did. What a strange thing. Truly strange. Excuse me, I was going to wade through the water as if that's a totally normal thing to do. Leliana, my old nightingale.
You walk with me.
Of course. I hope she's not too bitter about the fact that Cassandra is presiding over this council.
I was only 18. I was dazzled. Such rich hangings, splendid marble columns, more golden lions than I could count. It's all still here, still bright, but I no longer see that same palace.
You sound sad.
And that makes you sad?
It is easier on the heart to just see gilding. Now all I can see are the knives in the shadows, the poison in jeweled goblets.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you've been part of the game for so long, I suppose.
They seek to tear the Inquisition down. You feel it, no? Fear.
We have so many friends.
Have we not made enough allies?
If friends were easily made and kept, we wouldn't need diplomacy. Our allies can be cordial to our faces and still dread the future. They are afraid of nothing so much as the hand that directs it all.
Mine.
Yep.
Already your actions have begun to reshape Thedas. Your influence is felt everywhere. It was only a matter of time before they moved. I'm surprised it took this long. When the time comes, consider giving them what they want.
I have.
I've thought about it. Ending the Inquisition wouldn't be so bad.
You misunderstand. They cannot act against what they cannot see. Publicly, I will of course retire from this life, as one would expect. Let them think they've finally won. I shall take up charity work, become a patron of the arts, as all respectable women of my age do. And perhaps take on a protégé. Our work never ends, Inquisitor. We just need fewer witnesses.
Indeed. We can work in the shadows. Like Zorro or something. You know how it goes. So I think we've caught up with everybody in terms of old friends, haven't we? I'm pretty certain we have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have spoken to everybody. So I'm just going to quickly see if we have any more things knocking around, dog treats or random knickknacks that we can pick up. I don't think we do now, to be honest. I think we've been pretty thorough with our searchings. That was an oddly loud voice that random NPC had. Right, I'm going to place a couple more bones in the basket, and then... Oh, it's 3 more bones. Oh, did we get them all? Must be a special cutscene. Did he just run off? What happened? Cudgel of the Golden Ebon Queen. Oh my god.
Inquisitor?
That was a very odd reward for getting him all the dog treats. But I guess I appreciate it. Okay, I think on that note, guys, we are going to end this episode here. Next episode, we will talk to the Orlesian and Ferelden ambassadors. So thank you very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please do like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I shall catch you all in the next episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.